The YouTube algorithm is one of the most influential forces shaping what we watch, when we watch, and why we watch it. It's the invisible puppet master that decides whether your video gets a million views or dies in the void. But despite its massive influence, most creators still don't fully understand how it works. Today, let's unravel the myth, the mystery, and the mechanics behind YouTube's algorithm and why it's not as much of a villain or a savior as you think. First things first, the YouTube algorithm is not a single system. It's actually a collection of algorithms, all working in tandem to serve one ultimate goal: maximize user satisfaction to keep people on the platform longer. Every feature you interact with, your homepage, your search bar, your suggested videos, your notifications, even the shorts feed, is governed by a different algorithm with its own rules and logic. YouTube isn't just trying to push the most popular video, it's trying to push the right video to the right person at the right time. Let's start with the home feed. This is the first battlefield. When you open YouTube, the home page is the algorithm's best guess at what will get you to click and stick. It bases this guess on three things: your watch history, your search behavior, and what similar viewers are watching. But it's not just about what's new. Older videos can show up here too, if they suddenly become relevant again or are performing well with audiences like you. Now, to think about the suggested videos, those tempting thumbnails stacked on the right-hand side of your screen or after your current video ends. And this is one of the most powerful discovery engines on the platform. It's driven by something called watch next prediction. The algorithm studies what people tend to watch after the current video and shows them that. If your video often follows other popular ones, or if it creates a bingeable experience, you're likely to show up here. It rewards session time, not just video time. Then we've got search, which operates more like Google's traditional ranking system. Here, metadata actually matters. Your titles, tags, descriptions, and even captions help YouTube determine if your video is relevant to the search query. But just because your video is optimized doesn't mean it will rank. YouTube still factors in click-through rate, CTR, and average view duration, AVD. In other words, are people clicking and are they sticking around? If not, your perfect keywords won't save you. But the algorithm's not just reactive, it's proactive. Enter the world of YouTube Shorts. Shorts are a newer ecosystem that feeds off raw engagement, likes, comments, shares, and especially rewatchability. The algorithm treats each short as a piece of fast food. If it gets consumed quickly and repeatedly, it gets served more often. And because most shorts don't rely on titles or thumbnails, the content itself must be instantly gripping. The first few seconds are everything. One of the most misunderstood aspects is that YouTube doesn't push videos to people. It tests them. Every upload enters a trial phase. YouTube shows it to a small group of viewers and watches how they react. Do they click? Do they watch it all the way through? Do they hit like, subscribe, or comment? If the response is positive, YouTube expands the reach. If not, the video gets buried. This is why your thumbnail and title are your clickbait weapons, and your first 30 seconds are your retention trap. Now let's talk about audience signals. YouTube doesn't just learn what videos you like, it learns how you watch. Are you the kind of person who watches one video and logs off? Or do you binge 5 videos in a row? Do you prefer creators who upload daily? Or are you into deep dive essays that drop once a month? This behavioral data creates a profile, and the algorithm uses that to serve you content that matches your habits, not just your interests. But there's another layer here: creator consistency. The algorithm favors channels that upload consistently and engage audiences in a predictable way. That doesn't mean you need to upload daily. It means you need to train your audience. If you post every Friday at 6 p.m. and people tune in every Friday at 6 p.m., the algorithm starts expecting your audience to return at that time. In other words, you're not just building a fan base, you're training the algorithm itself. Retention is the heartbeat of the algorithm. It's not just about how many people click, it's about how long they watch. A 10-minute video that gets 80% retention will often beat a 3-minute video with 50%. That's why creators obsess over audience retention graphs, trying to cut out every boring second, every dip in attention. Because once a viewer drops off, the algorithm makes note, and your distribution suffers. Then there's the dark side: clickbait. Yes, it works, but only short term. If you get people to click with a shocking thumbnail, but deliver underwhelming content, YouTube will detect that drop off and throttle your video. This is called click through rate decay. The algorithm is smarter than it used to be. You can't trick it forever. Long term success comes from aligning high CTR with high retention and repeat engagement. Let's not forget about engagement metrics. Likes, comments, shares, and subscribes all send signals that your video is valuable. But here's the twist: they don't all count equally. YouTube values meaningful engagement. A long comment is better than a one word spam. A share into a playlist or WhatsApp group is more powerful than a like. And returning viewers, people who come back to your channel repeatedly, are the holy grail. Notifications? They help, but only if your viewers want them. If people keep turning off notifications from your channel, that's a negative signal. On the flip side, a high notification to click conversion rate tells YouTube you've built a loyal fan base. That boosts your future uploads. One of the most frustrating things for creators is when a video dies after a day or two. But here's the secret: the YouTube algorithm has a long memory. Your video can resurface weeks, months, even years later if it becomes relevant again or gets linked to a trending topic. That's why evergreen content, SEO optimization, and timeless titles are so important. The shelf life of a YouTube video isn't hours, it's infinite. So, what's the takeaway here? The algorithm isn't out to get you. It doesn't have favorites. It doesn't care about your subscriber count, your upload history, or your personal brand. It only cares about one thing: user satisfaction. If your video makes people click, watch, and come back for more, the algorithm will notice, and it will reward you. Mastering YouTube's algorithm isn't about gaming the system. It's about understanding the audience and crafting experiences they can't click away from. At the end of the day, the algorithm doesn't make people watch videos. People make the algorithm work.